Anyways, okay, I'm gonna ask my next question.
Okay.
Because I feel like we need to move on from that long answer. Let's see. Okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Ooh.
Biggest.
Oh, wow. I mean, I guess that just depends. Like, what are we talking about?
What do you
it
mean,
literally
no?
doesn't know
Like,
you.
I have one. Aaron
have
has one, yeah. What's yours?
We'll tell you ours.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all
I'll
start.
show you mine if you show me yours.
Okay, yeah, y'all start, and then I'll jump in.
No, you have to tell us.
It's your interview, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
You start with the questions.
So, like, I have so many.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
You just pick one.
The number one that, like, literally gets on your nerves.
Like, what are you thinking about right now? I know you're thinking about one.
When a man is like, hey, where is this? And then you walk right in there and you're like,
Louisa literally
hey, it's right here.
Louisa literally did that today.
Yeah.
With the champagne bottle. I'm like, it's in the door. She's like, am I blind? I was like, yeah, literally right there.
She's like, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was the first thing that popped in my mind. Like I said, I have so many. But I think when it comes to a man, I know they don't have x-ray vision. Even though, like...
But things can be literally sitting, like, slapping them in the face, and they're like, I don't see it.
A man will not move stuff around.
I did that today.
I know, but I was actually looking for it, but I'm not going to get into why I couldn't find it.
Okay. Okay, Louisa, you tell yours.
My biggest pet peeve, it's literally, like, it's happened to me already, like, in the last month, and
Can I just add in, and Luisa's actually brought this up to me twice, and every time, or both times, she's been like, I don't know if this is a pet peeve or not, and I'm like, it's a fucking pet peeve, just call it a pet, what it is.
I don't know. Anyways, now I know it is a pet peeve, but I hate having to repeat myself, but in a sense of, like, you tell somebody, like, this, and then
my gosh.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And you're having, and it's like,
so
twice,
tomorrow
it's fine.
at 9 o'clock, I'm going to get my oil changed. And then it's like, it's Sunday, like you told them at like Sunday, 8 a.m. Hey, on Monday morning, I'm scheduling an appointment at 7, I'm going to go get my oil changed. And then at 7 p.m. that same day, it's like, hey, by the way, I'm going to go get my oil changed in the morning. And then it's like, you wake up, you're driving, you're going to go get your oil changed, and then your significant other wakes up and calls you. And it's like, oh, good morning, babe, what's going on? Where the fuck you at? I woke up and you went into bed. And it's like, I mean, meanwhile, it's Monday morning. I'm on the way to get my oil changed.
Yeah.
I told you I was going to go get my... No, the fuck you didn't.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, yeah,
That's a very specific instance.
Right.
Has this happened to you?
I just feel like...
Recently get an oil change.
Do I need to call your boyfriend and tell him to calm the fuck down, to start opening his ears?
That's the thing. Like, when it comes to an oil change, like, you just gotta remember those.
Yeah, it's the oil change, I think, is what the issue is. Mine is having an event, or not even an event, is having plans and then people canceling.
They RSVP.
People canceling.
Then they don't come.
Without reason.
At the last minute.
It's at the last minute is what gets me. Yeah. I don't care if you don't come. I mean, I do, but it's like last minute can'ts are like, no. You got a better offer.
Yeah.
That's what it irks me.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like the day of cancellations, I'm like, I'm not even responding.
Yeah.
I can't even respond to you. It'll be, maybe you'll get an invitation to the next one.
Right, maybe.
Maybe.
Just
and you know what? I'm actually a nice person that you'll always probably get another invitation. So
right, exactly. Always.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
People just know that about me. Do you have any other questions?
I do. Are we going to be wrapping it up?
We can do 2 more questions because I think I have 1 more.
Okay. If they made a movie about your life, who would you choose to direct it and who would play you?
Wow.
Ooh,
oh my gosh. Okay, so
Stop looking at me like I'm gonna fucking play you. I'm so honored.
I would want Adam Sandler to direct it.
Okay.
That would be really funny. Though.
Yeah, it would. He would do so good.
He would do good.
But, like, I love him. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. And, you know, pausing for a second. What the fuck? Like, he can only be... he can only be on Netflix now?
Okay. No,
wait,
we're not.
We don't
have time for this side...
Okay, hold on. We'll come back to that later.
I got very confused.
But we'll come back to that later. But I love Adam Sandler. Okay, but okay, so I would want
him
to.
She just thinks that you know all celebrity gossip at all times.
Yes, celebrity gossip. But
we'll talk about this later.
So number one, Adam Sandler to direct it because I feel like my life is a huge comedy, and he would make it like extra funny.
I feel like
he knows how to hit the sweet moments.
I feel like your life has had some dark moments, and he knows how to turn dark moments into
comic humor.
Yes, I think he would be a good,
Yeah, like, wow, this was a really bad day.
This was a really shitty time in your life. How can you turn this
however, look at what happened.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and so that's, okay, but to play me, Hannah Brown.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I see that.
I was thinking Blake Lively.
No, I see more Hannah. Well,
now that would be an honor.
I can see
Blake Lively would be good.
I can see Hannah Brown because of the accent, but I think Blake Lively is a great actress.
I mean, if you think that, I'll go with that because I would never. I would have never.
Hannah Brown is not a freaking actress. She would be like, oh my god, blah blah blah, and it's like,
but
Hannah,
Blake
shut up, we're
Lively
trying to film. Like,
but that's the thing. Like Blake, it's like amazing. Yeah. Like, for you to even say that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, wow.
An honor.
Yes, please. Yeah, sign me up.
Blake, can you please approve of this movie?
Yeah, please play me.
Adam. Oh.
No, I think that would be
really good.
Because I think that you have we did not, guys, I just want to let you know, we did not touch on half of anything that we even wanted to touch on. So I think we're going to probably have to do a round 2. But just because there have been a lot of things that have like happened in Haley's life and that she's overcome, and we didn't even really we're just getting to know you at this point.
Right, yeah, that's
you know, like we're just starting to talk to you and getting to know you as the listeners per se, I guess. But I think that I said Haley, Blake would do a really good job of like acting those hard times.
I think she would too, but I wish I had her height.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing, like, because she's got the legs.
Who cares? It's a movie.
Not
everything is true.
But if we had to, critique on it, I wish I had her legs.
Well, she's playing your life, so she probably wishes she had your legs.
Yeah.
That's true. It's all about perspective.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's how life is. It's so
perspective,
weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, because she might be like, wow, I wish I had stumpy
as
big
a tall
calves
person
and a flat ass.
Oh my god,
like,
Haley.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh gosh.
Shut up. Okay, that was a really good question.
Thank you.
I'm gonna think about that just in case.
That was a good one.
Okay, this is my last question, I think. Yes. What do you think that people misunderstand about you the most?
Oh, wow. So, growing up, my accent. Okay. So, being from Eastern North Carolina, like, having an accent isn't surprising. Mm-hmm. Repeat the question.
What do you think that people must misunderstand most about you?
Yeah, so the accent. So, growing up in Eastern North Carolina, my accent was looked at as like if I called somebody on the phone, especially just getting into the business or growing my own business, if I would call somebody the first, hey, it's Haley, their response would be like, oh my gosh, this is like a dumb blonde hick on the phone. That's what I got. And then when I moved to Texas, like, people love how I sound, or the brand that I'm building, or the Southern hospitality that's behind it, or the hugs that I really want to give somebody when I'm talking to them. And so that's a lot of it. Like, back in the day, I mean, where I grew up, yeah, like how I sounded was always looking at it as a negative, or where I grew up. Like, I'm from Eastern North Carolina. Wow, that's so bad. But now it's like, just be yourself. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I can't change my voice. I can't change who I sound like. No, that doesn't tell anybody who I voted for politically. Like, I think that was the thing back when I was 18 and I could first vote. Like, I couldn't even post anything on Facebook because people would be like, wow, you sound like an Eastern North Carolina person. We know who you're going to vote for. Right. It's like, how can you judge somebody?
Like, you don't even know who I am.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that's most disappointing to me, but I've also learned and I've grown from it, because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, people aren't going to be happy. But if
you literally cannot please everybody.
You can't please everyone.
You can't please anybody, actually. Like, the fact that, like, and that's why your circle is so important, because, like, they're the ones that are going to cheer you on. They're the ones that are going to support you. They're the ones that are going to get you through the hard times, and that's the only people that matter.
Right, and that's what I think,
who cares about the opinions of people that you don't even know?
And that's what I've learned, even from the difference in, like, 19 to 23. But going back to what we were just saying, like, I don't really care what people think or what they post on Facebook or on Instagram, because it's like, they're only gonna post their best days too. Yeah. Like, I have bad days, but I understand now that everybody else does too.
Yeah.
And I think whenever you do post, like, you really are under the impression that everyone's only, like, they're posting their life.
Yeah.
But they're really only posting their good times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, life can be fucking hard, man.
That's why they call it life. The roller coaster of life is what they say. I don't know.
That's why they call it life, is because it's hard.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you think about it, like, 200 years ago, people didn't even live to see past 35, so.
I know.
We're doing pretty well for ourselves.
I got to thinking about this.
I mean, we're not past 35, so once we get past 35, then we can.
I know, but what I meant is, like, the lifespan for, like, people.
Right, and I got to thinking about this yesterday. No, this wasn't yesterday, but Wednesday. So a couple of days ago. It feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, back when somebody gave you that compliment.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, but it was, they were giving their spiel about what they do, and they said, I help middle-aged people, ... whatever. But what does it mean to be middle-aged? Because, like, okay, going back to what...
50.
But what about Cassie? Was she middle-aged at 15? Because now she...
No.
So, like, I was wondering that. What about me? Like, what if I die at 40? Am I middle-aged now? Like, 23?
That's a really good perspective, because there are other countries, like, in parts of the
world,
like, where...
what is middle-aged? Because
there are people that live up to 115 and 120.
So they were saying, like, I help middle-aged people, like, help with their joints and run and stuff like that at 50. But, like, me, like, my joints and my knees hurt now. So it's like, what about, like, I feel like I'm middle-aged because I'm like, wow, like, if I hurt like this at 23, like, what, how the hell
I'm only going to live to 46.
I'm only going to live to 46, you know? So what does it mean to be middle-aged? That is a really good
perspective, though, because it's like, whenever you do pass away, is whatever the middle, is that, like, how they get the average of what middle-aged is, like, based off the deaths, I guess? How do they get middle-aged? Or is it just, like, from 0 to 100, and it's, like,
and they are, like,
50 to 55?
I think middle-age is, like, new, like...
Terminology
within the last century.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, like, the last century most of our grandparents lived in, like, there was, like, three, at least... wars.
What'd you call it? Oh.
I meant to say 2 world wars, but there's one war.
2 world 3 wars.
I meant to say, like, you know, there was like 2 world wars and a Cold War. So, like, I mean, many people.
Civil War.
Teenagers passed away.
Was there a Civil War?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 200 years ago, but yeah.
My great grandpa was in there, or it might be great grandpa.
Well, we're only like 200 and something years.
I don't
know.
know.
We're
not
going to
It was
literally
the 50s.
the worst at...
The 50s was the Civil War, right?
No.
It was like 17...
When Columbus came over, 17...
Oh,
no. We were here for at least 80 years after Columbus arrived. But technically, Columbus arrived at...
Colossus.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Next.
But I mean,
Next
that's a good
question.
point. The whole Middle Age thing.
Yeah, I do like that perspective on it, though.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
Okay.
You can do it.
I know. I'm trying to think of a good one. Okay. This is the best one.
You literally wrote it down.
I know. I have 3, though, so I'm trying to think of one.
You need my email.
Okay. What current celebrity drama is your favorite right now?
Ooh.
That's happening.
Yeah, that's a good one to end on.
Celebrity drama. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, okay, yeah. Kylie. No, that's not even the right one. Kendall. Kylie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get them confused.
Chris is the mom.
Yeah, Kylie definitely. Kylie had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
For
Did
sure.
you hear what they named it?
No, because I'm still stuck on 3 weeks ago, everyone was like, has she had her baby? And we were talking about it, and we were like, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm still stuck on that, our last conversation, because I haven't seen you since. And it's like, we were talking about it then, and now it's finally come out that she had her baby.
Yeah.
But it's
what did
like,
she name the baby?
So I saw on TikTok that Chris is probably freaking out.
See, I knew Chris was involved.
I know, because people can look up on the public records for the birth certificate. And so people are theorizing that the baby's name is Valentine.
Oh, God.
Lord.
So there's Stormy
Valentine
and Valentine. Valentine?
Valentine.
Yeah.
Valentine love, probably.
Yeah.
Or heart.
So,
Or, what's another?
Cupid.
Celebrity gossip. Another thing is,
Valentine Cupid.
I have a theory that have you watched this Bachelor season?
I have not.
Okay, so I have a theory. It shows, you know how it always shows the previews for the future, which shows the previews that at the end, Clayton, that's his name. Yeah, Clayton. He says, "I've been intimate with the both of you."
Been what?
Okay, let me try that again.
I got intercourse.
Yeah, come on. I've been intimate with the both of you. Okay, I said it right that time.
Oh, God.
And then it goes off.
But don't they normally already intimate?
Yeah.
Like they have the fantasy suite. Like,
no. Yeah, technically. But it showed that. So what if this season, I'm stuck on this theory, what if he gets one of them pregnant?
No, because I mean, if you think I don't think so, because if you think about it,
condoms in that room.
Well, not just that, but like
if
people
you always use that.
No.
But if you think about Fantasy Suite week is like literally days before the final rose.
Yeah.
So you can't get pregnant. Like you can't know that fast. Like what do they have? Like Clear Blue pregnancy tests?
Oh, that's
They're
true.
like, oh, I've been waiting.
Maybe.
But you haven't seen anything else on social media since about him.
It's a publicity stunt.
That's true. It always is. And so that goes back into
But then that leaves the question to like, has he been sneaking into their hotel rooms and having intimate moments?
And that's the thing. And that goes back into what I said.
He's a man. He wants to have sex with all of them.
I know, but there are like so many rules in Bachelor, like that whole universe. That
Rules are meant to be broken.
I know it's happened in Bachelor in Paradise.
So that goes into Mike Johnson. So I'm a huge Mike Johnson fan. Love him. Wish he would have been
Can
the
you
Bachelor.
explain who that is? Or am I just supposed to
So
know?
I told you, back to her question, who would play me? I said Hannah Brown.
Right.
Well, on Hannah Brown season, the 4th runner-up was Mike Johnson.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. So he just posted, as of either this morning when I woke up or yesterday, he posted previous pictures of Miss North Carolina Cassie. They had hung out at the beach or whatever, and his information.
Okay, I know
you
who
pull
you're
it up?
talking about. Yeah, I know. No, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Was he like with what's his name, Tyler?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Aren't they like all best buddies?
Yeah, they're all best buddies.
Yes.
So Mike Johnson from The Bachelor, I pulled it up right now. So he tagged Miss North Carolina and said, wishing this is so hard. Writing this is so hard for so many reasons. Like, I can hear your voice as I write this. I can see through your eyes and your mannerisms to your beautiful family, the life that you shared with us. And then he ended it with the National Suicide Hotline. But
that could also just be like a friend.
This was 3 days ago, but this was the celebrity gossip that I can get behind. Like, why? But these beautiful pictures.
Yeah.
Why did he not post them of her?
Before? So does this mean like they were dating?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. My celebrity gossip is like this beautiful story of Mike and Cassie. And I think that a lot of celebrities have secret, beautiful stories like that with people that they're in love with or that they feel real about or that they're friends with. I mean, Mike and Cassie might even have just been friends. But even now, like, we're not even seeing it or even, like, peeling off, even the layers, of that until now. And it's like, you know, y'all shared so much, but it's like now we don't even know the half of it. Like, I thought I knew Mike. Like, Mike wrote this book. I'm a huge fan of him. Whatever. And then it's like,
just goes to show that you don't know
anybody.
Yeah. Even your closest people that are in your circle, you don't know the half of what.
And that's why it's so hard for me to trust people, because it's like, people like that, celebrities. You want to trust them, and their job is to put everything out there. That's their job. They put everything. They expose themselves.
No, I don't. No,
I don't agree with that.
There are a lot.
PR is like.
No, I don't agree with that. There are a lot of celebrities I follow that are not like some of the best like actors, like Johnny Depp and like Joaquin Phoenix, are very private.
I love Joaquin.
They're very private about their life because they're like, yes, I myself, like, this is my job to be an actor in front of a screen, and like they're like, I understand that my life maybe it's not anybody's exactly, right. And that's why so many of them.
Why I literally could give two shits about who people are dating. Like, that's none of my business. It doesn't affect me in any way.
But then the question is, I feel the same way when I see stuff like when I wake up in the morning and I pull up Snapchat and it's like so and so. Broke up.
But then there are people. I don't
care.
So like I follow a lot of like there are blind. I don't know if you like Blind Items. It's like a website where people literally just post everyone's gossip. But people like Johnny Depp and Joaquin Phoenix, they know how to not stay in the limelight. And then there are people that are getting their hair done or going to the gym, and they will purposely call the paparazzi on themselves. Exactly, because they want it. And so there's like two different sides. There's people that this is my job, I go to do PR and I'm done. And then there are other people that literally just thrive in it. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm dating so and so, and like that is a PR stunt. So there are two different sides. There are the people that choose to.
You can't believe everything that you read on the internet or that you see in a magazine, because people just take things and they run with it, and not everything's true.
Right, and I think that's what I've had such a hard time with, not believing everything is true. But I think this one instance was like really beautiful to me, because I use Mike just because I've really loved Mike or following him for so long. But I think if it was like another celebrity, like Ben Affleck, mm-hmm. you know, like when he came out that he was dating J-Lo again, like it was, you know, that was it. Yeah. Like our mouths dropped. Like, what in the world? And so when this came out, like my mouth dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know that they knew each other. I think the difference is
like J-Lo and Ben Affleck were so public about it, and like this was more like we're getting an insight to like their private relationship. Yeah. Where with Ben Affleck and J-Lo, like they don't care.
They're already
like they're like, let them take pictures, let them. Yeah. We're at Disney World, invite them over. Where like Mike Johnson is like respectful enough that maybe she didn't want that side of her life to be shown.
That's true, and that's what I think is so beautiful, because like, and that's why I'm so confused, because now I'm like, wow, like if they really were like close friends or whatever, why is it like, why did she have to die in order for him to post something on social media? I think that's what I'm so confused about with like Hollywood and paparazzi mm-hmm. and stuff, because it's like
I feel like they are a totally different side of Hollywood than
they are.
Jennifer.
They're more so like they're
Affleck.
celebrities, and I think they're more TV personalities,
Right?
Slash influencers.
They're more everyday. Like, yeah, they're there for the drama. They're They're,
like Ben Affleck and J-Lo are A-list celebrities.
Yes, 100%. And these are more
That's
people that we can relate to on a personal level. And I
guess that's my question. Like, I wish I could message him right now and be like, Mike, like, why could you... Hey, Mike, it's Haley. Why could you never post pictures of her until now?
Yeah.
I think that's my question. Like,
I have so many, like, guy friends that I don't post pictures of them. Like,
yeah.
I have so many people that I love that I don't post pictures of them. It doesn't necessarily make sense, like, for my personal brand or my business or my, what I want my feed to look like. And also, it's none of anybody else's business who I'm friends with. They could have met one time, and he's just making a tribute to her. Like,
that's a good point.
But there's also it's nobody's business what their relationship is. Just because he knows her, it doesn't mean anybody gets to question. He's just making a tribute to her. He loved her. He met her one time, whatever the fact may be. And this is why I don't get involved in celebrity gossip, because it's like nobody knows what the fucking truth is. Like, you guys are just talking nonsense about people's lives that you don't even know. And not you guys.
I know, I'm like, over here she's making me feel bad for being on celebrity
gossip. You guys, but like
Haley and I are like, okay,
paparazzi, that's what they live for.
I keep talking about Mike. I'm like, I want to meet Mike. Mike, follow me, DM me.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, what are you chasing? Like, focus on your life, your people, your dream, your drive, your purpose. Like, those people don't even matter because you don't even know them. Like,
but I think also it's like a lot of people.
But even here in the Dallas area, sorry to cut you off, but even here in the Dallas area, like, these people have ran into people that I know. And so I feel like eventually, like, what if I run into Mike Johnson? Like, I'm going to want to be like, hey. Or like
Raven, yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Then that's a totally different story. That's a totally different aspect of the thing.
I think there's like
meet
two.
Them, it changes the dynamic.
That's true.
I feel like it's social media, it's paparazzi, it's for the news, it's to just gain traction for them, for the brand, for the Bachelor, for whatever. And
I agree.
If it's not affecting you personally, it shouldn't not necessarily matter, because it's like we're watching it on TV. It does, like, things that we watch on TV does affect us. It really does. But like to feel, I don't know, like, I'm not like hating on y'all, but I'm just saying, like, to feel that emotional connection with them and like not even know them, it's like, why put that energy into something that you could put something to make yourself better? You know? No, you don't.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, but it's like at some points, like, these celebrities have saved somebody's life. There have many instances.
Like Mike. Okay, so the reason that I keep coming back to Mike.
You need to DM Haley.
Seriously. Okay. Mike, if you don't fucking watch this, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm a huge Bachelor fanatic. And going back to Hannah Brown's season, anybody that was a Bachelor fanatic, not you, but we all, everyone else in the back, hey, Bachelor fanatics. We all thought Mike Johnson was going to be the next Bachelor.
I think, I agree with you. That's why everyone's so hurt, because they keep bringing these other,
and I think that's why I'm disappointed, because I'm like, where the fuck is Mike? And then, as of 3 days ago, Mike showed this beautiful expression of his heart on social media, even though he's a celebrity. I think
the reason why we connect so much, like, with, like, why you're so affected with Mike is it's like we can relate. It's like, what this person, he's so human. It reminds us that we're human, and like 100%. They're human. Because I think that's why, like, last week's episode, you're like, what would you do if you saw Robert Pattinson? I'm like, I honestly don't know what I would do, because at the same time I'm like, I want to be respectful of his space,
right?
Because he is a human. He's not just like there to entertain me and look hot for me. Like, no.
And that's the thing. I've heard that about celebrities too. Like, even in LA, like, if you run up to somebody. Like, they're so used to it, but it's like out of respect. Like, if you were a celebrity, would you want to just be walking down the street randomly and going to dinner and then having like 30 people being like,
or like,
hey,
you're
can I
riding
just
the
take a
subway.
picture?
I saw a video of Zendaya riding the subway, and she's like talking to whoever she's hanging out with, and he just like he just leans over and it's like, they're recording us, and she just like puts whatever away and like looks upset, because it's like, why can't you just go up to them and be like, hey, I'm a really big fan, can I take a picture, instead of like sneakily taking a little video of them like without their consent. Like,
and then of course when you post it, it's like, wow, they really look like they're in a bad mood, but it's like, you never asked if you could,
exactly, yeah,
if they could smile or get ready.
Yeah,
I think you guys have a great point, but even to your point, Louisa, on TikTok, not even somebody that's on TV, you follow people on TikTok that you don't even know, and you feel like very connected to them just because they're showing their true life.
True emotion. I think that's it. It doesn't matter how much you know somebody.
Exactly. And that's just building a relationship with somebody that, I mean, it's just showing people who you are. Like, that's why in business, they want you to show your true life and to not just be like salesy and like buy this from me, buy that. And it's like, show your life, show that you're a person, and show that people can connect with you, because that's why people will like you. And that's why you guys connect with these guys so much, because they're showing their life and they're like, you guys feel connected to them. That's why.
Yeah.
Like the twins and the mom.
yeah, but I like her because she's just so real. Yeah. Like, as a single mom, like, but having twins. She's not
famous. I mean, she's famous on TikTok,
she's an influencer.
But she's not on TV.
No.
She's only on TikTok. You found her on TikTok. She's, like, no, like, not to be mean, but she was not anybody before she found TikTok. Yeah. But you like her because she's real, and she shows people, like, the struggles and the hard
I mean, the same thing could be said to the people that listen to us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. It's like, we're being 100% real and true and honest, and whoever wants to listen to us can listen to us. If people want to listen to us, then they can listen to us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
End of story.
End of story. That could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah. Okay, so Haley, we've asked you all the questions. Do you have any questions for us before we wrap this baby up?
I don't.
She's like, let's not open that can of worms.
Yeah, I think that's to be continued. TBC.
Okay, how about you can ask each of us one question?
Okay.
Short version, though.
Yeah. Who's your favorite celebrity? And what's your favorite TV drama? Yeah,
what?
see? I know. It's not, I mean, see, it's hard to be put on the spot.
I don't even know what the fuck that question means.
TV drama. Like, Criminal Minds is a TV drama.
Yeah.
You
Who's
like
your
Criminal
favorite
Minds?
celebrity? Who's your favorite TV drama? And that's my question for y'all.
Law and Order SVU.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not answering for you.
Fave? Yeah.
I mean, any crime show.
What?
Criminal
That's
Minds.
not the answer.
Name one.
Criminal Minds.
No, not what she said.
I mean, that
No,
would
but
be
that
my
is,
favorite.
yeah.
That's what I
That was
figured.
my
You were
bad.
answering for her.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Robert Pattinson for her.
Yeah.
Oh!
But, no, don't.
Okay.
No.
Me too.
What?
No,
Why? But why? Why do you, like, why?
Yeah.
He's so pale and frugal and, like,
I'm on the same page.
fragile and...
Oh, this is a really good one. but
Wait,
I was going to say,
because I'm on the same page
Yeah,
with you as Robert Pattinson. I'm like,
listen,
girl, you
as
can
a
do,
Mexican,
this is when I say, girl, you can do so much better.
yeah.
Listen, as a Mexican that's been around a lot of little spicy people,
She
I
just
like
wants-
a good,
She wants a fair.
yeah.
Just to, like,
I want a
quiet.
little, yes.
Okay, since we both know the answer to those questions, ask two more.
Okay. Wow.
Wait, let's do a cheers before, because
Yeah.
we haven't done a cheers all fucking episode except in the.
We knocked
that
that
was
straw
way- that was
there.
better.
I like
Oh
this
my
wine. Where
gosh.
did you get this wine? Sorry.
I won it. So I'll have to find out.
okay.
Yeah. I'll circle back. What's your ideal first date?
Oh.
And what's your worst first date?
Dang. We could easily switch these.
Yeah. Can we?
Yeah, deal.
Okay, go. Switch.
Okay.
Okay, my first date. I actually talked about this at the wine night.
Your worst first date, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the wine night we had like 2 months ago. I went on a date with the guy, like, this was like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And I went over to his house. And I was
Why are you going over to some guy's house on the first date?
Because I clearly this was 6 years ago and I was stupid.
Yeah,
okay.
like back in the day, like if
Sorry,
your parents
Mom.
aren't home and they ask you to come over, you're like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, hold on.
Exactly.
Let me steal my mom's car.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
Okay.
Well, I had my own car.
Okay.
But
I'm just saying, like in high school.
yes.
Children don't steal your parents' cars. That's illegal.
Do not do
when
as
they
we
say
do.
You're home alone, like you're coming. Yeah, like that's the
Literally.
answer. Like,
I mean, actually, maybe not literally because they probably don't know what the fuck they're doing. But
right, like, but when they say,
But
"Hey,
literally.
come over," like I'm here for a couple hours by
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah,
like
okay.
you'll be like, "Okay, be
Well,
nice."
that's the thing. I didn't know. So I went to his house, and he was older than me
how
because
old were you?
I had to be like
21.
No, I was
Like,
younger?
19.
19.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
definitely.
I feel like
and-
this is me.
I go over to a house, and immediately after I met him, I was like not catching the vibe with him.
Yeah, you're like, I want to leave.
Exactly. And so then a car pulls up to the front. He's like, "Oh shoot, my mom's here," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You need to go hide," and I was like, "What?"
What about their
So-
car? Was it not in the driveway?
No, because he picked me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, and so I think Uber was
Wasn't
just
there.
It,
Yeah.
won't,
it was
like,
just
you couldn't,
rolling
like,
out.
Order on the app.
It was
Yeah.
It was really expensive still because it was just
Lyft
rolling out.
Yeah, Lyft wasn't
Lyft
even
did
around.
no.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, what the fuck? So I go to his room. I hide in his closet. And he's like, "I'm so sorry," like blah blah blah. And then, no joke, this guy literally tries to make out with me in his room, and I was like, I pushed him off, and I was like, "No, this is not happening." Like, you really think this is happening
Your
right
mom's
now?
literally downstairs.
Like, the fact that I'm having to hide from your mom, like, you could have just been like, "Hey, I have a friend over," because that's literally where the line is drawn. Like, we're just friends at this point.
Right, yeah.
Like, and it was just really weird. Never spoke to him again. That's my worst first date.
Yeah, first date. Okay.
And your worst?
Ideal date. Oh, are we
My-
answering both questions?
Or, yeah.
Oh, are we answering? Okay.
We
Well, I
have
haven't been on a lot of first dates actually. So, are we gonna answer both? We might as well.
Might as well.
Okay. My first worst date would be. So I dated a guy for a really long time, for like 5.5 years, and didn't date for a long time after that, and then kind of got into the dating scene via Bumble and Hinge and blah blah blah. And so my first, and you know, I was on there for a while and like hadn't really ever been on a date. And so this guy asked me like, "Let's go to a Mexican restaurant." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." Of course, like Margs and queso were like my first ideal date, which is like, yeah, let's do it. But
Yeah.
so we did, and he proceeds to just like tell me about his life and his past and his exes, his previous, you know, Bumble or Hinge dates gone wrong, and I'm like, I've literally known you for 20 minutes.
Right, you're like, wow.
Yeah, I'm just asking about like your family, like your job, and he's like, yeah, my this girl that I was dating off of Bumble or whatever the dating app was, she's a stalker now and has a restraining order and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. And he then proceeds to tell me how
Relatable.
he has depression, and I'm just like, this is too much for me. Like, I don't think that I can help you. Like, I am a very giving person, and I just don't feel like I can help you. So I made sure whenever I got to the restaurant to park in a very front spot, so it's like whenever they try to walk you to the car, it's like, all right, this is me, like,
right here.
high five.
Bye. Peace out.
Bye.
You don't have to walk very far.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, nope, thanks. Because, you know, it's weird when you're like, okay, my car's, like, parked over here. And they're like, oh, let me walk you to your car. You're like, no, I got it. I'm good. Like, don't need your help. Thank you. So, yeah, that was probably my worst first date.
I remember that because it was also pouring that day.
It was raining.
It was pouring. And,
yeah, I was like, okay, well, if this is what the dating life is going to be for me, then
I don't want it.
And, yeah, so it has, yeah, I know.
I know.
It has not gotten any better. I mean, it has a little bit, but, like, the strike record is still high. So, anyways, ideal date.
Okay. My ideal date would probably be at, like, a bookstore. You know, like, where I pick a book out for him, like, to recommend to him, and, like, he picks a book out for me.
Oh, that's cute.
And then, like, we kind of just, like, you know, like, we buy it, whatever. Or, like, we could just not read it.
Sensual voices.
No, that's a little weird.
Do you like the movie After?
I don't think I've seen this movie.
You haven't read the book?
No.
But you're talking about going to a bookstore?
It's just her dream, Haley.
You haven't read that book?
I just watched You Got Mail last week, okay? That's why that's in my head. I don't
That's
understand.
a big deal. But
what are you talking about?
You gotta read those books after we fail, after we fall, after we've fallen, whatever. But if you follow it, I read the novels and it's like that. Yeah, they love books and they fall in love reciting Great Gatsby.
Oh no, I read those books in high school. Like, I want a book that's his favorite.
Also, they met in a bookstore and he ended up killing her. And he ended up being a psycho. Right.
Yeah, you.
Is that what you're talking about?
The show it was on LMN Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, they met in a bookstore.
Yeah.
And he ended up being a psycho.
Yeah, he worked there.
I know, but I'm not talking like I meet this guy at the bookstore.
Right.
Like,
you're talking about going to the bookstore.
Yeah, where
I love that.
Yeah, like, and like we can grab a coffee.
Let's go get let's go get a cup of coffee and let's read let's read 30 pages
and be like,
together.
what's your favorite genre? You know, like you could like just walk through and like, you know, there's even like.
And what if they're like horror? Then what do you say?
What do you mean? Oh, horror. Oh.
Horror. Yeah. What if you're walking around the bookstore and you're like, what is your favorite genre? And then they're like, horror. And then you're like, yeah. I mean, like, then what? I mean, you know?
I really like to learn about the different sex positions.
Kama Sutra.
A
like,
demonatrix.
What? I actually dated a guy that was like a dominant.
And she was the sub.
Yeah.
So how?
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. So I mean, I bet
this is a different. Like we.
We can't even go into it.
Fun, though.
It was a lot of fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, what was your question? What did you?
That was it. Like that was it. You said, I said dominatrix, and you said fun. Like, that was it.
That was not the question. The question was, what is your ideal date?
Yeah.
Oh,
and she's like, Dom, and she's like, I said Dom, and you said yeah. So, okay, bookstore.
A bookstore date.
Meet at a bookstore.
Or wherever
we've already met, and he's
on Hinge or something.
Wherever we've met, Hinge, Bumble,
work,
at the
Subway,
at the grocery store.
At the grocery store, probably one of the cute guys at my building. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
you're like, let's plan a date, and then you go to the bookstore for the first date.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not talking like Barnes and Noble. Like, I want to go to like one of those cute little
aesthetic.
Yes, aesthetically pleasing bookshops.
Right, I agree.
Okay. Then what happens?
So I don't know. You said my ideal date. That would be my ideal date. Like we show up and
then that's it, or
or nobody else is there besides the cashier, and then you're like, hey, come to the
The sex section.
Meet me in the back corner.
Yeah, meet me in the back. And then you're like, wow.
But I'm trying not to be that type of girl.
But see, like, I feel like I would love that. Like, if there was, like, I feel like that's,
if he was hot enough.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
Like, if there was only one worker, and even say we went to Barnes & Noble, but, like, the shelves are so high, and there was only one person checking out books, and then you go there on a date.
It's like a rainy Sunday.
Yeah, it's a rainy
Nobody's
Sunday.
there.
You're in the back room, and you're like, wow, like, I really love this
How did we get to the back room?
You're the back.
You guys are reading to each other.
Okay, so you know that, like, there's a bookshop in Denton, like, off of Denton Square, and they have a basement. Like, I could totally see this happen.
And then you're like...
100% happening.
It's definitely happened.
Then you're like, hey, let's, what's your favorite topic?
Okay.
And then mine would be like, I love true crime, so let's go to the true crime. And then it would be like, wow. I'm like, there's nobody
else likes true crime like you like true
Yeah.
Technically, we'd go to, like, the history section, because nobody hangs out at the history.
Yeah, it's exactly. You gotta go to the section that nobody goes to.
That's dead. Yeah.
Natural science.
Let's just say that you guys don't
geology.
You guys don't hook up in the library, or not the library, in
the bookstore.
What happens after
the library would be fun though.
Okay.
I know.
That's I feel like that's my dream too.
Okay, pause with the freaking library. What happens after you guys check out your book?
Okay, let's say hypothetically we're at this.
Okay, cool. See you next week when we get together.
No, let's say hypothetically we are at Denton Square, where that bookshop is at. Okay. We could go grab a coffee and a sandwich or whatever, and then let's say it's like a nice summer day or spring, fall, whatever, a nice Texas day where it's not too hot or too cold. Okay. We could go and like just like, this is so like cheesy, but like just lay out on the square or like on a grassy area, just by a tree or in the park, and just like read the book and
not talk to each other.
Or we could talk to each other. I don't know.
Like you could get like a Coca-Cola, and you could get a Sprite, and then I could get like Cheetos, and you could get Lay's, and then it's like, let's picnic, and then we pick this really grassy treed area.
Or maybe he's planned the picnic. He has a picnic basket in his car.
And next thing you know, you're like, okay, let's read 30 pages. So yeah, you sit there.
Or like 15 pages, and then
eating,
okay,
and
what do you think of the book?
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whose ideal date is this? Is it
ours? Ours, yeah, me too. Take a number. me.
Justin, you better be taking some freaking notes.
Yeah, well, that's
you better be taking this girl to the local library.
Well, I know Smarty over here. No, maybe that wasn't the right thing. Maybe.
What?
That's not the noise that you make for Smarties. It's not the noise you make for Smarties, especially on a podcast, because nobody can see us unless you're watching YouTube.
Right.
The majority of the people are probably not watching YouTube yet because we just started. So the people are... Explain the noise that you just made, because...
I don't know. I was just saying, wow, Smarties.
And then you go...
I think she just... Like, she took a giant breath.
Like a deep breath.
Yeah.
And
it sounded bad.
It did.
I was like, Smarties.
Oh, gosh.
At the same time. But...
Okay, I'm glad you guys are on the same page about celebrities and
I
about
feel
ideal
like
dates.
That's the thing. Like, I love to read, but if I told him, like, hey, read 15 pages of this novel, do I think he would? No. But...
If y'all went to the...
It doesn't have to be a novel. I mean, I know,
at the same time, I know that he had to read some kind of book.
About Justin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about a new...
No, my boyfriend. Okay. He has a graduate degree, and he had to read some kind of books and some kind of textbooks in his day.
As we have.
I'm sure, yeah. So if I say, hey, read 15 pages of...
Well, don't make it a chore.
Yeah, no. Like, it's just like you're having a nice time. Like, you're just hanging out.
Well, and like, it's like she picks a book.
And plus, it's fun because it's not homework.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, leisurely. And I would like that. Yeah, so I would like that if I could just be like, hey... This is a novel that I really like. Read 15 pages and let's like come together and see how we feel.
Are you guys both reading the same book?
We would be.
Because I if I was on the date, and I'm not a huge reader, so this is not my ideal date, but like if I was put in this position and somebody brought me to a bookstore, I would pick out a book that I would want to read. They could pick out a book that they would want to read 15 pages, and then we talk about it or talk about life.
That would also be another good.
That would be a good one too.
Because then also like the book you're reading lets them get to know you a little bit more about like who you are as a person.
But that's the thing. What they pick out or what you pick out is not going to be what I pick out. So I want to pick out this really in-depth book, and then they read the 15 pages, and then I'd be like, so how do you feel about that?
No, I would fucking hate that.
Yeah, Erin's not that type of person.
I would be
like I would definitely enjoy that because I'm like, this is one of my favorite books I've read.
No, but if you were the person doing like on the receiving end of that.
But that's what we're saying. Like I would do that, and he would do that, and he would ask me.
Do that?
Oh my god, because it's my ideal date.
That's her ideal date.
Why are you on her ideal date? You guys should just do it together. Just go to the bookstore together and get the ideal date over with.
Obviously, both of our ideal dates. So we'll just go together.
Yeah, we're just gonna go together.
Oh, yeah. Like, I feel like Justin would honestly hate that. So Justin and I will go hang out.
But that's the thing. Why
we'll
would
go to the amusement park.
Because
we
I love the amusement park
so
too.
Smart. Like, why would
I'm smart too. I'm very smart.
I don't get it. Why would somebody?
You don't get why I'm smart? I'm about to fucking slap you.
No, I don't get why he would want to go to the amusement park than go to the bookstore. When he's like a nerd. Like, nerds don't like riding roller coasters.
So with Justin, it could be like, he lets you play his favorite game, and you have him play his favorite video game, you know?
That's true. So, like, yeah, like, I love roller coasters, so I go with him to the theme park to ride the roller coaster, even though he doesn't. Okay, see, that makes sense.
See, Justin doesn't even like roller coasters. He can't even go to the amusement park.
Well, he just doesn't know what he's missing out on, obviously. Okay, we're done with y'all. We're done.
But you can't complain because it's our ideal date.
It was supposed to be your ideal date.
I agree with you. I agree. I like that date, too.
I think that there's a lot of different ways that could happen, yes. I wouldn't want someone to be like, hey, we're going to go pick out this book, and you're going to read 15 pages, and then you're going to give me a synopsis and a summary of what you think the book happened.
Well, you don't have to.
That's what she was saying. And I was
See,
like,
I would be like, let's go to the bookstore. We're going to pick out... We're going to pick out this magazine, and we're going to sit down, and we're going to answer these pop quiz questions about each other.
I'm down for pop quizzes. I'm down for pop quizzes.
We're going to find out if we're actually, like, compatible.
Sure.
In this magazine right now, and then we'll go pick out a book.
A magazine is different than a book.
But that's the thing.
Novel.
If this magazine,
we're not compatible. Nice to meet you, buddy.
We've got A, B, and
Before
C.
we even get started with this whole book adventure,
we're gonna take this quiz.
The Cosmopolitan section and just get the
the pop quiz out of the way.
Marie Claire magazine.
What is it?
The Cosmo?
What is it? I'm a Virgo. You're a...
The astrology. Compatibility quiz.
Yeah.
We need to do that. So that's the first part of the
Right.
Well, we might as well just go to a tarot reader then.
But see, you can't tell your first date, hey, let's go to a tarot reader. Then they'll be like, what the fuck? I'm not showing up.
Yeah, true.
But you could be like, hey, do you like to read? Let's go to the bookstore. And then you'd be like, hey, oh my gosh, I found this magazine. Hey, by the way, do you prefer French fries or mashed potatoes? You know, and it's going to tell them.
What if you like both?
But, like, you have to like either or.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
That would be fun, yeah.
And then
but if you're about to fucking quiz me on a 15-page reading, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
But I think, like, as you're walking, I can't believe we're still talking about
it.
I'm like, does anybody care about my ideal date? No.
As you're walking, like, in the bookstore, he'll ask you, like...
Does want to go to a bookstore is
with
Louisa.
Yeah. Haley will tag along.
She will be probably...
She will definitely be there, yes.
Yeah. She will be the paparazzi to put the date on social media so everyone else could be talking about it.
I want to know.
Okay.
But I guess...
will I know if he really loves me?
To wrap things up, like, when you're walking in the bookstore, he'll be like, oh, I like horror. I can easily shut it down and be like, I'm not a fan of it.
But what if, like, why do you get to pick the book? Why couldn't you?
But see,
but you're both getting
if I was on a date with you and we walked. Hey,
I think you guys should
two
just do this date.
Yeah, 2 women walk into a bookstore.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
And 2 women walk into a bar. Yeah. And if you said, I don't like horror, I would be like, that's it. I'm not marrying you. You know, that would be it. Because that's like.
But why?
Okay, I'm done with this conversation.
I think, like, a difference in, like, genres, like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like,
exactly.
I will watch a scary movie, but I'm not going to sit down and watch, like...
Because if I love scary movies and that's all I want to watch for the rest of my life, but I'm marrying somebody that hates scary movies.
You should expand your mind.
But then the person that only likes comedy, they're never going to watch a horror movie. But the person that likes horror
I think that
will
people
watch a
that
comedy.
have a very, like... centralized thing is like, I only like this and I only like that. They haven't probably ever experienced that, or they haven't ever been exposed to it,
right?
Or they haven't had the chance to do it. So you can be their chance to expose them and to give them the experience and give them the opportunity to learn about it.
Yeah. It's like some people, like with food, same thing.
Yes, and I think that people that are very, like, closed-minded, like, I'm only doing this and I'm never doing that, and it's like, okay, I don't want to be with you because you're not going to change and you're not open to new experiences.
Yeah.
It can teach you a lot of things, for sure. Okay, does anybody care about
I do,
mine?
yes.
Yeah,
Let's get off this train.
Me too.
All right, we will continue next week, and Louisa will let you know how Haley and her date goes to the bookstore. To be continued.
Yeah, in Denton at North Square. If anyone wants to come.
In the basement, in the history section.
Oh gosh, in the back corner, guys.
You have to like
X.
horror in order to hang out with me, okay?
There might be a bad guy there. We don't know. We don't know.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Mine is I don't even really know anymore because my thoughts have been so miscombobulated by all of this book talk. But I just really...
I feel like I need to read a novel tonight.
Yeah, you better read 15 pages and then give me a book report tomorrow. Okay, my ideal date is literally just somebody that puts an effort to do something that we talk about, like, I don't know, like going on a hike or an adventure or like even just dinner. Like, I don't want to have to put in the effort to have to do anything. Like an ideal first date, I don't want to have to do it. If you want to go on a date with me and you ask me out, you plan it. Like, put the effort in to make the reservation, to...
But what is your ideal date? Like, what is your dream date?
Yeah, like if someone,
everybody would love somebody that would put effort into things. We all want that. But what is your dream date?
Yeah, like we say at a bookstore.
Like I said, a bookstore date.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen for me, but that's my dream date.
See, I would love to go paddleboarding. Like, I want someone to be like, hey, on The Bachelor, let's helicopter to canoe or wherever, canoe. I just said the same thing, but some island in Hawaii, wherever.
Yeah.
You know, and then we land, and then it's like, hey, we take our shirt off, and then we go paddleboarding on the water. And then we come back, and that's when we read a novel.
Oh my god.
You know?
No, I like the outdoors. I want to go, like,
not go.
You're making fun of mine. You had to piggyback onto somebody else's.
I think your ideal date would be like one of those like outdoor like bar areas where you can get to know somebody while playing cornhole.
Me too.
Yeah, except if they couldn't be on my team because
Blake Shelton would be singing in the background.
Your teammate's on the other side.
Right. Fuck.
You know what actually be kind of fun, and I've never done this obviously, but like going horseback riding would be a fun date.
That would be a nice one.
See, there
That's
you go.
A good one.
That's a good one.
But
and then you guys have a picnic at sunset.
Right,
and
but where would you want to
also-
be horseback riding? On the beach, in the mountains?
Literally
in
anywhere.
Peru? I mean,
don't
that's the
care.
thing.
In Hawaii.
Alaska, it could be really cold. Do you want to be snuggled up?
I don't care. It would just be fun to go on a horse. I feel like horses are really
good judges of character. Yeah,
for sure. So if like,
yay! I feel like
if their horse is like bucking them off, you're like, oh, maybe I should.
Yeah, if he's not wanting.
But then what happens when the horse like bucks and then they break their leg?
Then you know that they're
then you know, yeah.
So, but then what? Do you get off and then you're like, let me
You gallop away. You're like, see
ya.
ya.
Like, bye.
You're like, I'm gonna go get some help, and then just never come back.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be really fun, actually. And then you could do a picnic. I think picnics are really fun.
Yeah. And it's like, thought was put into it.
It's very thoughtful. You have to think about, like, what you're going to bring. Wine should be involved. Cheese.
A charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board. Maybe, like, a sandwich or something.
A dessert you can share.
Yeah.
Chocolate-covered strawberries.
Yes.
Exactly. That's always the answer.
That's it. Horseback riding, picnic, charcuterie board, wine, chocolate-covered strawberries.
Bachelor episode right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's a whole date. That's a whole one-on-one.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Y'all's could be a one-on-one, too.
No, it
ours is a
two-on-one.
Why?
Haley's clearly like...
Okay, it would be a group date then.
It would be a group date.
Everyone read 15 pages and then...
I could just imagine, like, the girls are like, I don't even know how to read. Like,
yeah.
Last
like
week,
barely graduated
they
fifth
did
grade.
tackle football. You know, what kind of date was that? Like, that
I would love that.
What? See,
I mean, sometimes they
not
do, like,
tackle.
boxing. There was a season where they did,
yeah, I've
like,
seen
boxing.
that a couple times. But see, like, this week they did tackle football. And, like...
I feel like tackle's
like
a bit
a
much.
lot.
Maybe like flag.
Flag football, yeah.
Flag, I could be bomb. I'm bomb.
There was, who was it? Was it Rachel's season or the girl after? I can't remember. They did flag football, and every time one of the guys got flagged, or I can't remember how it was, it would be like it was strip flag football.
Ooh.
And somebody got offended. It was like, why are we like, something about like our bodies or something. And it was like.
That was either Hannah's season or Becca's season.
No, it was, they were in quarantine.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
Keisha.
Yes, her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad we sorted that out.
Yeah, me too. We don't get it, guys. Okay, back to what I was saying earlier. Mike, if you're watching this, I'm a huge fan.
Mike, if you want to take her to the bookstore, she'd be down. She's really into history.
Back corner of the bookstore.
Horror history.
That goes into saying, speaking of Tyler Cameron, Taylor Holder is in the news now. He has put cease and desist on 20 different friends of his for being up to no good. Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen that. All right, guys.
Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about at this point.
Yeah, update next. Yeah, Taylor Holder TikTok has...
Do you have any more questions for us? Do
Yeah.
you have any other dating... Did we answer your questions?
Yeah, I'm glad that I know you like horseback riding. And softball.
What? What are we talking about? Softball.
The physical in the sport.
I literally said nothing about softball.
She likes the outdoors.
I like the outdoors.
Would fishing would be fun for you?
I would rather.
Oh, you know what would be fun for you? Like a little campfire. Oops.
Yeah.
That would be your
Roasting
thing.
marshmallows
Yes.
would be fun. Like getting to know each other over a fire. Ooh, that would be fun. We could have a picnic and then do a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Cheaper by the Dozen movie, number 2, when they're at the lake.
I know what you're talking about.
Sure. Yeah. Not softball. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think she got confused because we started talking about flag football and all that.
Yeah.
Tackle football.
So confusing.
Yeah, it's that
That American football is such like the softball sport. Women's baseball.
Right.
That's literally what softball is.
Yeah.
With a bigger ball.
Did you play that?
No. No, I played basketball.
Wow.
I play basketball too.
Not me.
Oh gosh, you were such a blast.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have you back on because there's just so much more that we can to talk about, and we're already like a lot of hours in, and so I think we need to wrap it up.
Yes.
And we can reconvene at a later time.
Definitely.
And if you guys have any questions for Haley, what's your Instagram?
Homegrown Haley.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. At Homegrown Haley on Instagram. You can message her or you can message us at basicallyadulting_podcast. If you want to reach us via email,
it's basicallyadulting247@gmail.com.
And yeah,
that's it.
That's all we have.
Hope you guys had a blast listening to this episode. I know we did.
I know.
Talking.
This is we're gonna have to break it into two because we're
I have lots more to.
This could be a whole day worth of episodes.
Yeah,
like we could literally just start at 8 a.m. and we would still be going, and it's
we still would not have enough.
Yeah,
we would still not have enough.
I have 23 years of uncovering.
Yeah, I mean we have a lot of dirt to dig up, I guess. Better get the fucking shovel. Start digging.
All right, guys. Well, you know where to reach us. You know where to reach Haley. We'll see y'all next week to an awesome episode. Hope y'all laughed a lot. I know I did.
I did.
Cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Bye.
Oh, didn't mean to call y'all bitches.